What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new figure review on the Ultimate Ash from Ash vs. Evil Dead. This is, of course, from NECA Toys, and it is in the standard Ultimate figure packaging here, as you can see, with this nice window packaging showing off the figure and a cool pose right here of Ash, looking totally awesome. Here's a closer look at all of the accessories. We've got 3 heads, a shotgun, his robo hand, his wooden hand, some pieces to change out his arm, a picture of the Oldsmobile. This figure has tons of accessories. So let's take a look at the packaging here on the back. We've got more pictures of the figure, looking totally awesome. And there's a little bio read up. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it there. Same thing on the side of the box here, just more of that pattern design. And this is also a lenticular cover, which is kind of cool. You can see it shift a little bit. Nice little touch, similar to the Blu-ray release that had the slip cover, also had a lenticular cover like this. So that's pretty awesome. So of course, let's get this guy out of the packaging and take a look at the accessories. And here are all of the accessories out of the packaging, and they all look pretty damn good. So let's just start with the head here. We'll take a close look at mildly shocked Ash here, which looks pretty good. Nice clean paint apps. Well, for the most part, that little white paint right there on the side of his head is a little splotchy. Could be a little bit better, but you know, we're not going to complain too much here. The eyes look pretty good. Eyebrows look great. Love the sculpt of the head. Actually really captured Bruce Campbell's likeness very well. Even has the nice little chin scar there. I think that's a pretty good head. Then we have Angry Ash here, which looks awesome as well. The eyes on this one are a little weird. He's kind of like looking upward. I don't know if I just got bad eyes on that one, but again, the white on the side of the head for the hair is not that great. Could be better, but you know, it's not bad. It's pretty hard to notice unless you're looking at it in this close detail, but yeah, again, the teeth look pretty good. Good clean paint apps for the most part. And this is probably my favorite head here, the Screaming Ash head, which I think looks awesome. The really nice paint apps on the teeth and the tongue. The hair is still same problem on all of the heads, really, but it's not that bad when you're just looking at them, not close up in detail, so can't really fault that. But yeah, I think this looks great. This honestly looks exactly like Bruce Campbell, this head specifically. Really enjoy it. And of course the shotgun here, the sawed off, looks awesome. Nice little bits of gunmetal silver in there mixed with the brown and black paint. Looks good. Looks good. And then we'll go with this little adapter piece here, which is just part of the robo hand, which looks good. Nice clean paint, silver on there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we've got this little piece here, which is another connecting piece to the arm, which I will say, though, that I definitely had to put both of these pieces in hot water for them to connect together, because this peg is way too big for this hole. And but now just a little bit of hot water and you'll be able to put that in there, no questions asked. But otherwise, I mean, Justin and I both got this figure and we both had to do it, so it seems like it might be a problem across the board. So that's just one thing to note, that you probably will have to do that if you want to display him with that hand. Then of course here is the wooden hand, which looks really good. Nice clean wooden texturing on the hand. The fingernails right there, pretty good detail. I'd never pose him with that hand, but it's a nice little inclusion. And finally, the picture of the Oldsmobile, which this is an actual piece of paper, just a thin little piece of cardboard it seems, so you got to be careful with that. But yeah, a nice little detail to include. Possible accessories I would have liked, maybe the little girl, the little doll figure. I think they could have included that one. That would have looked really good. But other than that, let's take a look at the figure. And here is Ash out of the packaging, looking like a total badass here. Again, NECA knocked it out of the park. Another banger of a figure. Definitely one of my favorites coming out of the Ultimate line here. So we'll take a closer look at the accessories he has. The chainsaw. He's got some weapons storage there. We're going to go over this in close detail. This is the default head he comes with, which is just a sort of standard ash look right there. Pretty neutral tone. It's not bad. I definitely think it's easily the weakest head just because he's not really doing anything. And the eyes are just impossible to see. They're really dark. They're really small. So he looks like he's squinting. But I don't think that's necessarily what they were going for. So I think it just looks a little weird. But hey, that's why they gave you 3 other heads. Looking at this is a soft rubber material with great paint and texturing detail on there to look like his shirt. You've got the nice bits of silver there on the straps across his clothes. And these are hard plastic, of course. No surprises there. This is a soft piece of plastic where his booty is, his crotchal region. Soft plastic there, but it still does kind of hinder the articulation a little bit, but we'll get into that. Clean brown pants all along here. I think this all looks pretty good. Pretty great paint application there, NECA. Not a whole lot of shading or really like dirt or anything on him, so that's kind of neat. Although I would have maybe liked a little bit of blood splatter just because of how often everyone's covered in blood in Ash vs. Evil Dead. His chainsaw hand just pops off pretty easily, like so. Which, if you were looking to maybe put this on the Ultimate Evil Dead Ash, unfortunately, the hands are not compatible. It's a different peg, so you won't be able to retrofit it with this chainsaw, which is a little bit of a bummer, but, you know, I guess not all is lost. It could be worse, but I think the chainsaw looks great. It's got nice little bits of red and black paint mixed throughout, and the silver there is nice and clean on the blade. It's more so of a darkened gray for the actual blade, but it does have some sparkles in there. You can kind of see it on camera, kind of. And this piece comes off pretty easily, so just a heads up on that. You might lose it at some point if you're messing around with him, so keep an eye on that, because I almost lost this piece the first time I took him out of the packaging. So be aware, is what I'm saying here. We'll just plug that right back in. So yeah, the figure looks great. So let's take a look at the articulation. His head can look up, not too far, just a little bit, and he can look down just a little bit as well. His shoulders can go out pretty far, although this joint is pretty stiff, so I don't want to really mess with it. I don't want it to break, but yeah, you get the idea there. He does have double jointed elbows, which this is some great double joint. Like, look at that range of movement there. That is awesome. That is almost more than 90 degrees, which is perfect. That's how every elbow should be on every action figure. Moving down here, his legs can go out pretty far. He can do the splits there. That's great. In case you want to pose Ash doing the splits, he can do that. However, this is a soft plastic, like I said, but it still kind of, it blocks the articulation. You get that big old gap down there if you want to actually have him kicking out pretty far. Kind of looks awkward, but it's not the end of the world, I suppose. Not going to really have Ash posed kicking someone, so not really the biggest deal. And his legs don't really move back at all. They're pretty much 100% blocked by his butt. There, we got single jointed knees that also have a rotation there, so that's pretty good. You do get a lot of pretty much 90 degrees right there, so that's good. And then he does have some foot articulation. His foot can move like that and move up that much. He does have ankle pivot, although it's pretty stiff and it's blocked by his pants there. So you only get a small range of movement out of him. Head comes off pretty easy. You could put on whatever head you'd like. Pops right on. No questions asked. Nice. So overall, this is a great figure. I really wasn't planning on picking this one up because I already have the Evil Dead 2 Ash. But then, you know, I was just looking at it at Toys R Us. Then Justin bought one, and I was just like, You know what? I just want it because I really like all of the Ultimate figures that I've had so far. NECA keeps doing a great job in the Ultimate line, so I'm going to continue to support them, even though I didn't think I really wanted this figure, but turns out this figure is awesome. I would definitely recommend it if you are a fan of the show, if you're a fan of Evil Dead in general. This is a great Ash figure. His older look here, pretty great interpretation. So, let me know what you guys thought of this figure in the comments down below. Did you pick this one up? Are you going to pass on it? Did my review change your mind? I'd love to hear from you. Of course, I'm Nate from Out of the Basement, and I will see you next time.